Marjorie Greene has responded to the revelations from her meeting with Kevin McCarthy and how they're gonna maybe take her off of one of the committees, but they're gonna do it behind closed doors so that people don't have to vote. Here's what she had to say. No matter what GOP leader does, it would never be enough for the hate America Democrats. As much as he genuinely tries to work with Speaker Pelosi for the good of this country, she refuses to see the hypocrisy of her own conference. Filled with members who supported, cheered on, and funded criminal thugs who riot, burn, loot, attack police. Oh, you care about attacking police? Which police? Do you care about attacking police? Murder and occupy federal property. Well, she certainly wouldn't want people going on federal property. She raided the Capitol, by the way, back in 2019. But anyway, members who sleep with our greatest enemy, and we're gonna return to that, marry their brother to get him in our country. So she's in trouble for conspiracy theory. So she throws another theory in there. Lead a violent mob in neighborhoods and more. So she keeps talking about, I'm sick of it. Members who sleep with our greatest enemy. I assume that's people, I assume based on her history, she's talking about people who sleep with Muslims. I could be wrong, but let's say that I am. What could you fill in that blank on where that isn't insane?
I have a guess.
What sleeping, what? What do you think?
My guess is Swalwell in the drama, and they said there's these Chinese spies that are coming in and making inroads with politicians here. I think that's that conspiracy theory.
You think maybe.
But I don't know, who knows? Because you can throw anything at it because that's how conspiracy theorists work. Just say something, go, yeah, that's right, that craziness is happening. Let's throw the extra crazy. Yeah, she's talking about this guy. Yeah, that guy. It doesn't matter. It can spread to anyone. That's by plan. Make sure that we can implicate anyone in these conspiracies.
Yeah, look, trying to work out her thought process is insane because she's insane. But like her defense is, oh, why would you throw me to the wolves? These are hate America Democrats. But like when you think about all of the things she believes, she thinks America is full of people who routinely fake the deaths of kids in school shootings and murder conservatives at a country music festival so that they can take away their guns, even though the guns never get taken away. She thinks that 9/11 was an inside job by the American government, which, by the way, was controlled by the Republicans when it happened. And she's now a part of the party that she thinks attacked America. None of this makes any sense. I get that she doesn't want to be thrown out of government. I wouldn't want to be thrown out of government. I wouldn't want to be thrown out of an Outback Steakhouse, but she's really worked at it. If you're humping the bloomin' onion, you gotta go. How can she be surprised by any of this? I don't know.
Well, she's not surprised.
Basically, is what this is about.
That's what we've come down from all this. No, I don't think she's surprised by it. This is, again, when you're an insane person and people are trying to push back on you, and then you have to either be confronted with your insanity or push back further, and you're a stubborn a-hole, you're gonna push back further. She doesn't care. Who cares if you're getting thrown out? She's like, but I got that bloomin' onion. She doesn't care. That's by design. So then once she's thrown out, she can stand out front of Outback with a picket sign and say, don't go in there. They don't let you screw bloomin' onions. It doesn't, it's as long as she's still getting attention, that's all that matters. And then one other thing about this. So Kevin McCarthy told her to apologize because his previous statements were not gonna expel you. Hey, you can say that, hey, that was my previous youthful, exuberant days. All that is presented for her to do, and she turned it down. Now, in this tweet, she's talking about people sleeping with our greatest enemies, marrying your brother so they can come in the country. So if you want to disavow your previous conspiracy theorist statements, you can't then start new ones today. Because that doesn't match up. You can't say, in the past, I used to say this and that, but you know what? I'm a responsible member of Congress. I didn't mean all that stuff. No, if you're tweeting it today, you still mean it. That's just the way it is. You haven't changed. So this apology that Kevin McCarthy hopes that she'll give would be empty because she'd go back to saying it in real time.
Yeah. No, that's such a great point because, and I apologize, I glossed over the area where he had provided her an out, like so that she wouldn't have to get kicked off anything. All she has to do is give a statement saying, I don't believe in QAnon. I don't want all the Democrats to be rounded up and executed in the Great Storm. I don't think that all of the shootings are faked, and she won't do that for one of a couple of potential reasons, either because she really does still believe that stuff, in which case, again, bloomin' onion, get out of here. Or she doesn't actually believe it, but like sort of in a Trumpy fashion, she would rather have everyone think she believes those things than admit that she doesn't, or admit that she had grown or that she was wrong or whatever. I don't care which of those it is, or maybe you can come up with some other solution or some other explanation. But either way, again, she's got to go. He provided her an out and she won't even do that. It's just a public statement. They didn't even give Katie Hill that option. And she just has to say, okay, I take it back. I don't want Nancy Pelosi to be shot, I guess. And I don't think that the Jews of Europe have a conspiracy to flood Europe with Muslims to destroy it from within. I don't actually believe those things anymore. That's another, we have never even covered that. That's the thing that she believes. Anyway, yeah, you're right. She was off now and she won't take it.
Can we bring up that tweet again where she's complaining about marrying siblings and all that stuff, whatever she said? Because then she quoted this political argument with a scoop about breaking news about things that are happening with the situation, with the meeting with McCarthy and all that. So there was a little excerpt point where it said that Democrats want nothing else. He's gonna make a deal with Steny Hoyer, but Democrats are being too strict and stringent on it. So Democrats are being rigid, but she's not, first of all. So she took an excerpt from this political argument. So me, being this normal human being, went to the political article to see what else was there. Guess what else was there? Previous to the point where she started talking about how Kevin McCarthy is gonna make deals with Steny Hoyer, there's this line that says, McCarthy tried to give Greene options. She could denounce QAnon and apologize publicly for espousing hurtful conspiracy theories, all that stuff that the analyst said just now in the clip. So she purposely kept that part out of her tweet. And then after her tweet that ended that said, but that will never fly with Democrats, she underlined in red, Democrats are too rigid. The next sentence says, it's important to, in bold, it's important to note, the plans could all change if Greene apologizes or removes herself. She didn't continue on with that line in her tweet. You know why? Not that she didn't read it, because that's not helpful for her BS argument. That's why. She knows, obviously, because she was there. This is all a veil to continue this insanity that she's trying to spin, and that she thinks is really helpful for her. I don't know how.
Yeah. Today's big news, maybe. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.